In the meantime, though, the Nigeria Labour Congress has said that the only thing that would stop the planned nationwide strike over the hardship in the country will be if the federal government honors the agreement it had with the union. The NLC, in a letter addressed to the Minister of State for Labour and Employment, dismissed claims by the federal government that it had fulfilled 80% of the October 2nd, 2023 agreement with organized labor and advised the federal government to adhere to their demands before March 13th, 2024. I mean, I don't know what would happen on March 13th, if they don't agree by March, but they made a lot of points, which is that the federal government have not adhered to not even half of their agreement, because the federal government came out saying that it was 80% that they had agreed. They talked about the wages, 35,000 naira has not been paid. Even they're still being owed at this point. And also the fact that the refineries are not working. They made some valid points, and they're stating that the federal government have to adhere to their, demands before March 13th. Well, in the same vein, the Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohaneye, said that the recent protest by the Nigeria Labour Congress against the rising cost of living was a mere distraction. The minister made the comments during a press conference in Abuja on Monday, adding that the country needs constructive ways to tackle its challenges.
Okay, now that LSC went out there to protest, what have they achieved? Somebody should answer me. What was the achievement? Just a mere distraction of the federal government. But the kind of action you people will take, you will see the effects. It will be loud and clear. That's why I said no need for that. It's an unintelligent move. Because if you do things that without the end result, what is it for? Probably a few people could end up dying in the course of that. That's why I said, let's focus more on constructive way of solving our problems by coming out bold and clear on what we want. It's not like you won't protest, but if poverty should come to an end today, and then everybody is okay to an extent, would there be need for protest? How many times do they protest in developed countries that things are working right? Let's focus in getting things work right, than focusing on protesting when we are gaining nothing out of it.
All right, the minister made some points there, but protest is a fundamental human right. I mean, I've never heard anywhere in the world that you can't go out and protest your grievances. It's our democratic.
So for me, I completely disagree with her. I don't think it's a distraction. It's not a distraction. It's very important. And you see, the Tinubu government should understand one thing. I want them to do well. But you do not wish a problem will go away, and that's what makes the problem go away. You assault the problem with creative thinking, and I've not seen that thinking. It's just like feeling the way in the dark. That's what they're doing. See, the day the Tinubu government gets it right, I will be their #1 praise singer here. And when they get it right, I want to leave to be here to be able to talk about it and blow their trumpet. But now they're not getting it right. Are you trying to stop people protesting? You think if the economy was good and you met the demands of the workers, they will go ahead and protest? The workers will have nothing to protest if everything was done properly, if you had met those agreements. I mean, most of the 35K money that they were supposed to pay, it was just some weeks to the protest, they started paying that money. When you, government, has reneged upon your part consistently, then you give a lot of thunder to labor to go on the streets. Today, where's the presidential gas initiative on CNG? Where's the hectares of land that you said you were going to cultivate?
Those are the
Where are all those things you said you were going to do? And the plight of the people have not improved. And that's why people are protesting. They protested under Jonathan. I keep saying that thing. So you can do it then. It's just about 10 years ago. When they do it to you now, you don't like it. I don't know government likes for everybody to come and protest under their government because it makes them look bad. But the truth is, if you guys were good and doing it well, we will support you.
Right.
Who's got business with that?
Well,
Dr. Vati.
we keep making the point that the right to protest is constitutional.
I mean.
Section 40, the 1999 Constitution. So it will be wrong for anybody to say Labour cannot protest. But you will recall that all these ministers who are now coming out saying it's unpatriotic to protest, They are copying the president himself, who, practically berated organized labor for going on strike. And he said it is unacceptable to his administration. So that, and then after that, Chief David Mai, the Minister of Works,
yes,
has also said it is unpatriotic for labor to protest. And then Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohanenye is also the one also saying it is unpatriotic. So you see, the ministers are beginning to echo the minister. What should be clear to labor is that the deadline that they have given the federal government is not going to be respected. They said if by March 13, government does not implement the agreement, the 16-point agreement of October 2, 2023, that they will be forced to now go on a full-scale, prolonged strike. What is clear from the statements by the President, the Minister of Works, and the Minister of Women Affairs is that nobody has time for labor. So that's why you have this blackmail. The thing about agreement is that agreement is sacrosanct. When you reach an agreement, you honor it.
Absolutely.
It's called pacta sunt servanda. Finally, Mrs. Kennedy Ohanenye, she was also talking at that same event about an integrity brigade that she's trying to launch. And that integrity brigade, every woman must be involved in it and all of that. Well, maybe she should focus more on that integrity brigade project. It rings fine. Integrity, a brigade of women doing positive things. That's more important. She should just leave labor alone. And being a lawyer,
right,
she should know that the right to protest is constitutional.
It is constitutional. Well said.